to ask the Chelsea fans about Raphinha, because he is top quality. And I know he's only been at Barca for a year, but he keeps being linked with moves away again. Their financial issues are all being spoken about. There's talk today that some of the big Spanish clubs might have to leave Europe because Spain are bloody saying they're going to pull their clubs and nation out of big competitions if they have to sack their president. That's probably not going to happen. It's all getting a bit much over that kiss now. It's just
Spain-Saudi link-up soon come.
Oh, can you imagine? But yeah, like Raphinha, though, would you like to see another move for him? Because you nearly got him last year.
Yeah, I was annoyed when we didn't get him last year. I was really annoyed, man, when that happened. Like when he was delaying. Obviously we had a fee accepted with Leeds. But then it was him that was going back and forth with Barcelona, him and Deco. I've rated him at Leeds, but like I said, the year that he hasn't been in the Prem has been a bit underwhelming. He hasn't really done anything at Barcelona. In the World Cup, like I said, he didn't do anything. So I don't want to be that club to have to revive his career. We've had too many of those players, Terry, over the years. You know, I'd rather we look elsewhere. So maybe it's just a bit of PTSD because I do think the player's quality when he was at Leeds, but I'm just tired of having to revive careers.
That is so ironic coming from a Chelsea fan where everyone else has to revive careers of your players, bro. After you've
bro, this is why I don't want it this is why I don't want it at my club.
Raphinha,
bro. Raphinha is a tenacious player. You know, he can score goals, he can create as well. He's quite similar to how Olise is on the wing, to be honest. Like when it comes to cutting in and creating.
What side does he play on? What side does he play? Yeah, bro, you don't want Raphinha. Nah, sorry. After the performances Sterling has put in on the right-hand side, if you go and bring in Raphinha, that means Sterling will probably end up playing on the left. And
Sterling's good on the left, though. Sterling's good on the left. I like him on both sides.
No, bro, we did a show on Friday. No, we did a show on Friday, and you agreed that Sterling's better on the right. Don't change it.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Okay.
Was I on a show with you on a Friday?
Yes, after your game.
I never said I prefer Sterling on the right. I've always said I prefer Sterling on the left. Even with Roms, when me and Roms were having a conversation in the group chat, I said I prefer Sterling on the left. I've always said
very convenient. Now you're linked with the right winger.
Bring up the CDs.
I've always said it. I've always said it. I prefer Sterling on the left. And the reason why is because when he cuts in, he can cut in on his stronger foot. I know he's.
You know what I'm doing after this show, innit? So,
bro, you can go get whatever you want to get, but I've never said I prefer Sterling on the right. I prefer him on the left. So he's versatile, innit? If we do get Raphinha, it doesn't mean that Sterling's not going to play. He can just play on the left, if anything. So we'll see what happens there, innit? I'm not fully against
Raphinha more than Sterling, Don. I'm sorry.
No, what I'm saying is, if we did go and get Raphinha, it's not like Sterling can't play on the left. What I'm saying is, I prefer Sterling on the left, but what he's doing on the right is amazing. It's good so far.
Sterling might rejuvenate a tactic, you know, for a lot of managers. Me and KJ spoke about this a lot. Everybody uses inverted fullbacks. They're cutting on that left foot. They shoot. They score. I think there's a chance to actually start catching a lot of teams out now by players just going on the outside and cutting balls back. Old school. You know, we always see we see. Number 9s were out of fashion 2 years ago for a long while. Now suddenly number 9s, everybody wants one. And I was watching Sterling the other night, and he was just gliding past people. We saw Rashford do it a few times at the weekend. Anthony even did it once, and that's what's annoying. It's like it's in some respects everybody just expects in his training now to try and show the outside so these players don't cut in on the cut inside. I actually think there's something to be said now about having a player on the right who's right-footed and they go on the outside and they're just pulling balls back into the box.
And that's exactly what I said to Daps on the show we done the other day about Doku. I said Pep now is looking for a different way to attack and break down teams. Doku's right-footed, right, Daps?
Pass. Don't know. Haven't seen him play yet.
Yeah. So if anyone knows in the chat, let us know what foot Doku is. Yeah, but he's gonna give us another avenue there. To get
who is?
Sorry, Doku on the right.
Are you in for him as well now?
Yeah, he's right-footed. He's right-footed.
Yeah,
on the right.
There we go. Then so he's definitely gonna take it.
So you bring Raphinha in, play him on the left, and get him to someone like Jackson. I think would clear up. True. I just feel like again, there's going to be another. You know, I remember 10 years ago or so, everybody wanted a small, typically Spanish number 10 because that's what football teams needed. Now, no one's really seeking players like that. Like the profiles change, and I just think that a new tactic might come in. That right foot's on the right foot, left on the left, go on the outside, put the ball into the box, Ryan Giggs style, Beckham style, Perez style, and
I think Raphinha can actually do a job in that hole. I was having this conversation with one of my guys the other day about Olise, right? And I was thinking, like, what profile can you think of that's similar to Olise? The only one really that I can think of during his time at Leeds is Raphinha. They're quite similar with how they play.
I disagree. Look, I think you need.
You can do a job there.
I think you need a 10. I think he's needed 10 more than anything. I don't see why you keep trying to buy wingers. You've got so many wingers. And this is the point this is my gripe with the Chelsea thing. Yes, I know that he said we will buy players and not all of them will make it. But you don't, there's the real potential that you don't give players enough chances to make it. You buy these young players, they're not all going to hit the ground running. Ultimately, the position you're weakest in for me at the minute is attacking midfield. Even with Carney, who can come back from injury. I know he had a really good game against West Ham. He was good against us. He's got an MCL's injury or something. But that's your backup, and he still plays, on the left. He does job on the left. He's that versatile one. I still think you need another.
You're right.
Almost natural 10 option, and I don't think that's what Raphinha is.
He isn't. He isn't.
More of an. And that's why I don't think Raphinha and Elise are the same profile, because I think Elise has the play style of someone who plays as a 10. I think Raphinha is more of a direct player. He likes to size up the fullback.
Raphinha can create as well, though. This is the thing, though. He's good at creating chances, bro.
But then, what chances does he create in that sense? I don't think he could do the job as a 10, because I think you need a different type of chance creation as a 10.
Yeah.
I think Raphinha is better at creating it out wide, where he's very much got to look at that. If you're in the 10, you've got to have eyes on the front, the back, left and right. I think Raphinha is almost a bit one-dimensional in the sense that...
He's a winger, bro.
Yeah, he's a winger. He's a winger.
He knows how to attack, he knows how to cross, he knows how to create from wide areas. That's why I don't think you should be going for him. Whoever you get at number 10 should be there. I think that's the position that you're crying out for most at the minute.
Bro, listen, right now, like I said, if we can't get Cherky, go all out for Morgan Gibbs-White, man. This guy slept on too much. Last season, he created the most chances in the league. He won the most aerial duels as well.
Can't be true. He did not create more chances than Bruno Fernandes and ADB.
I'll bring up the stats right now. I will send it to you right now, Terry. Right? I'll even read off of it here right now. So last season, he created... Morgan Gibbs-White is the only player with 50-plus chances created, 50-plus aerial duels won, and 50-plus take-ons completed in the Premier League since the start of last season. This is from squad.
No, but that doesn't mean he's created the most chances. That just means he's done all of that. He's the only player who's done all that. He might sit 7th.
Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah. But he got 8 assists in that team. Forest, they were poor. They were poor away from home. They only stayed up because of their home form, and he got 8 assists. And he managed to get 5 goals as well. So for me, Morgan Gibbs-White is someone that I would take.
What I would say to you is this, though, in terms of big chances created, so clear goal scoring opportunities. Last year, Bruno Fernandes 32, KDB 31, Trent Alexander-Arnold in 3rd place on 25. So, Gibbs-White, I'm still searching for him. He's not on the first 2 pages yet. Here he is. Hang on, no, he's not. He's 23rd. He created 9 big chances last year, clear goal scoring opportunity and chances. So, that's the thing with chance creation, because a chance creation could be you pass it 5 yards and the man has a shot from 30 yards and it goes over the bar. That's a chance created. Like, in terms of big chances, that's where you're creating opportunities like Casemiro's goal the other day. Bruno, that's a big chance created. But be careful with that stat.
What it is, Terry, like because I watched a lot of Forest last season, and specifically for him. And when I'm looking at him on the ball and how he's always trying to look forward and slip in his striker, he's at Forest, bro. I can imagine him doing stuff like that at Chelsea and creating a lot more bigger chances, like what you're saying.
But be careful, though, bro. I say be careful on this. Look at this is what happens though when you're at clubs like that. No one's sitting back against you. You've got all the space. Jesse Lingard at West Ham, he couldn't do that at Man United because people sit back. I remember listening to Ashley Young on a Man United podcast years ago on MUTV, and they said, "What's been the biggest difference between being at Villa and being at Man United?" He said, "At Villa, I always had space to run into because nobody was sitting back against us. When I came to Man United, and I very rarely got the ball without seeing their winger and their fullback, and maybe a midfielder pushing over to cover me. He went, I had no space. He went, And when Man United bought him, he was the highest chance creator for the previous 2 seasons in the Premier League. Went to Man United and his chance creation numbers dropped in half because it's different when you're at a big clubs. I'm not saying Gibbs-White can't do it, but there's a reason that he went from Wolves to Nottingham Forest and no big club was interested in him.
I'll be honest with you. When I look at the profile of the player, how he drives at his man, how he can beat his man. Again, having a little bit of spark on the ball as well, because that's something that we don't really have apart from Nkuku when it comes to creating those chances. I think he's got the ability to step up. In all honesty, we'll have to see.
I'm telling you this now, as sure as eggs are eggs. He is no better than what's that bloke you just got rid of?
Pascal Gross.
No, the guy that Chelsea just got rid of. Loftus-Cheek. He's Loftus-Cheek level max.
He's
that level maximum.
Ruben was good, bro. Away from his injury, Ruben was very, very effective for us.
Away from the one thing that limited Ruben Loftus-Cheek was good.
Ruben was good, bro. He was good. I rated that guy.
No, but that's the point. That's like me saying Naby Keita was
Ruben
good.
Ruben was not bang average. We're not doing that.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Ruben Loftus-Cheek at the elite level of the game for a big club was bang average. Bang average. Otherwise, if he wasn't bang average, he'd still be playing for your club.
Yeah, but come on, injuries happen in football, Terry. Injuries happen.
It wasn't just under Sorry. This man wasn't that good.
Nah, Terry, he was, bro. He was.
It's like
wait till he comes of age. Wait till he matures and comes of age, Terry.
Listen, if you watch Ruben had a good loan at Palace that time, if you guys remember, right? And then when he came back to Chelsea, under Sarri, he was literally our best player. And then when we had that unnecessary friendly in America, he had that injury. That, I think it was the ACL that he had, right? Since then, he's never Achilles, right? There we go. He's never been the same player since. I've been watching Ruben since he was 15, bro. And I said it. Him, Nathan Ake, and Christensen are the three that are going to make it, right? Ruben is a baller. It's just that injury that ruined him, Terry. And for me, Morgan Gibbs-White, I think he can step up at a bigger club. That's just my opinion.
You managed to see me when I was 16. If I didn't stop playing football,
I think you need to aim. If you're Chelsea Football Club and you spend all that much money on the midfield, I think Morgan Gibbs-White is a good player. I rate him. He's a good player, creates chances. But I think Chelsea now, you need to look higher than Morgan Gibbs-White. Morgan Gibbs-White in the Premier League is an average. Like, if you want to go stats, Pascal Gross created more chances than him, right? I'm not saying Pascal Gross is better, but you're looking at stats. On the eye, he looks good, but as Terry said, against low blocks, he might struggle. I think you need to look higher. Someone like I would actually think Eze is a better midfielder at a 10 than him. That's what I think. Morgan Gibbs-White was forced, yes, but Chelsea level, if you want to aim higher, you have to aim higher than this.
I think the issue that's going to hit Chelsea is the fact that you've got Nkunku coming back, and Nkunku is a borderline, if not world-class player. For me, I look at Morgan Gibbs-White. I think when he's on it, when he's able to build up form and get into form, he's an incredible football to watch. You can tell that he's got lots of power in his dribbling. He's got really close control, got good creativity. But the key point there is he needs time to build up into form. He needs a run of games of 6-7 games. And in that 6-7 games, he will have some poor performances. That doesn't fly at Chelsea. And certainly not when your competition is.
We're not saying that he's gonna come in and he's gonna be.
So then why would he make the move then?
Bro, because it's Chelsea, bro. Like you're not gonna if you're gonna go to a bigger club, you can't be guaranteed to start every single week. Let's be real, and he will know that himself right now. He will know that himself. So
when are you gonna buy? When are you man going to buy players, right? Because you do have, trust me, you've told me enough. You've got a lot of potential. When are you going to buy players with experience and actually, not potential, but actually,
people are saying, we should aim for better. Me, I would go for Cherki as my number one. That's who I would go for. I wanted Kudus as well. Kudus is gone. Now, you guys are saying Chelsea should aim for better. You tell me the names that we should go for right now that we can realistically get in the market before Friday.
Well, you can get whatever the hell you want. The way you...
No, you guys let me know, because I can sit here and do career mode and tell you all these names that I know we can't get. Or I can tell you realistic options like Morgan Gibbs-White.
But Chelsea,
you guys are saying Chelsea this, Chelsea that. Okay, so can we go?
I'm just questioning. Hold on one second.
Wait. Let me ask you a question, Mo. Yeah, because I know what Chelsea are. We're a big club, right? I'm not going to start naming career mode names. Can we go get Valverde right now?
You can go offer 120 million. They will give you the player. Where's the 100? But he's not an attacking mid.
Where's the 120 million?
What about Barella? What about Barella?
Here you go.
Nah, not for me. Not for me.
Well, you'd rather potential than bro. That's mad. You'd rather potential. You'd rather potential than Barella. That's mad.
So wait, is Barella a 10?
I've heard from you, Don. You've got great football knowledge generally, but you're sitting there a minute ago bigging up Loftus-Cheek, but so no for Barella.
Wait, hold on. Mo would know more. Is Barella a 10, Mo?
No, but he would play that. He's not. Get you a lot of assists.
But is he a 10? Is he an actual 10?
I thought somebody said attacking midfielder. Sorry, and I think he's more of an attacking midfielder. So
if you want number 10s that you should be going for, the likes of Danny Olmo. I think Danny Olmo would be a better option.
That's a good shout.
Than Morgan Gibbs-White. An out there name who I think would be better on a budget for you, and I think would be happy with a rotation role, and he's a very flexible one. Pedro Gonçalves from Sporting.
Yeah, that's what I've been mentioned.
Tom, Eze, 100 million, Eze, like 90 million.
Eze is realistic. I said Eze's name. Can
you imagine if Don was the footballing director? You got a choice. You can go and get Barella or Gibbs-White today. Man says Gibbs-White.
And bring back Loftus-Cheek for one last. Bring back Loftus-Cheek for one last hurrah.
This is what I'm saying, yeah. Morgan Gibbs-White is slept on.
Nah. For a fish finger sandwich.
You might know, innit? Morgan Gibbs-White is slept on, and you guys are gonna know. We're gonna go back to this.
Let me ask you a question.
So slept on.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Gibbs-White or Barella, who's the better player?
Barella's obviously the better player, but they're different positions, aren't they?
Don, you're missing what I said.
Not really.
Don,
sorry, because I want to move this on, Dab. Sorry, I just want to say real quick.
Yeah.
Are they different positions? I think people now like to try and separate midfielders into 30 different roles. He's
what it is, though, Terry, we're trying to watch
midfielder.
Chelsea are looking for an attacking midfielder that can also play on the wing, right? Barella can't play on the wing. So this is why I'm saying I'm looking at the profile of the player, bro.
But Don, you missed what I said. Don, you missed what I said. I'm not.
Yeah.
Look, I've said in our group chat that I rate Morgan Gibbs-White. Sorry,
Morgan Gibbs-White. Yeah.
Thank you. But it's more the fact that all these players you talk up, are all based on potential. And look, I rate it, but I think you need some experience in there as well. It's just all based on potential. And